Good morning, my dear students.
Good morning.
My name is Miss Veiyo Lydia. I'm a student from NAST and I'll be a lecturer for today for this morning. And before we start with our topic for today, I'm going to tell you about the rules of our class. In my lesson for today, if you have a question, you must raise up your hand. Then you ask your question. If you maybe want to go to the toilet, if nature is calling, you raise up your hands, and I'll tell you, what you need, and I'll go to the toilet. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to find out if everyone is here. I'll be calling your name. If you are here, you just say yes, miss, yes, miss. Alright, you just notify me. I'll start with the number one on the list. We are with our number one on the list, which is Show.
Present.
Lysias.
Present.
Kameju.
Present.
Jonathan.
Present.
Innocent.
Present.
Paulus.
Present.
Lorenzo.
Present.
Gosen.
Present.
Enos.
Present.
Johannes Hango.
Present.
Justin.
Yes, miss. Present.
Yeah, my list is showing that everyone is here today. Thank you so much for attending the lesson. Let's all check at our projector here. Let's have a look here. Our topic for today, for this morning, is about the automotive lighting system. This is our topic for today. And then, before we discuss more about our topic for today, I just want you to have a look at this, where I'm pointing with the lighter here. Can you see the red pointer here which is showing?
Yes.
I just want all of you to have a look at this picture. Understand this clearly, my dear students?
Yes, miss.
Alright? Take a good look at this picture and tell me what is wrong. What do you notice about this picture? Just take your time and take a good look at this picture, at our good picture, this one, on our projector. Just take your time to check the picture nicely, and then you tell me what is wrong with our picture. Yes? Hello?
Yes, miss. What I see appears to be a vehicle. There's a defective light on the right-hand side. Okay, now what that presents is actually a road safety hazard. In the instance that one can actually not make out whether it's a motor vehicle or a motorcycle in front. The general understanding of what the purpose of taillights are is that it sort of alerts the driver, the next driver, that there is a vehicle on the road. It also gives an indication or a signal of what type of vehicle is in front. For example, if there is one tail light, it can signal that it's actually a motorcycle. It can also one can also make out what type of vehicle it is. As I said, for example, it could be whether it's a sedan or a goods articulated vehicle, for example, a truck, or a passenger vehicle such as a bus. Right. Now, why it's important to know what type of vehicle it is after examining the taillights is that one needs to be able to understand what technique to use when overtaking. For example, when you're overtaking a motorcycle, it's not the same as when you are overtaking a vehicle, for example. It could also be that when you are overtaking a smaller vehicle, you might do it faster than when you are overtaking a bus. So that's why tail lights visibility are very important. That's why it's important that tail lights work perfectly and not as what we see in the picture, whereby it appears that it's only one tail light that is working and the other one not. So that's it. It's my understanding of that.
Thank you you so much, Hanko. Thank you so much. By looking at this picture, we can all see that this car, this type of car, is just having one tail light, one park light which is on, and it's on the left side. And this car needed to have two lights on. Normally our car has what? Two park lights on the car. So by looking at this one, it's just having one, and it's wrong. All the lights, all the park light must be on. It can be either those two, and also that we also have park light on the number plates. And it's supposed also to be on for us to know the number plates. The number plate number need to be seen. You understand? That's why we need all our park working. Now, if this light, but just by looking at this car, I cannot even see which type of car is this one, since the lights are not working. We also, if this type of car we cannot, all the lights are not working, it will cause accident. The car behind, it might bump in that one and it will cause accident, and it's not nice. You understand my dear friends? It's very important to have our lights working on our car. It can either, it doesn't matter which different type of car, any car, it needs to have all the lights working for you to be safe, for you to drive safe. You understand? Right. I hope my dear students you understand that first question, and you heard what Hammer told us. You understand?
Yes.
Thank you, my dear students. And then now I have another question for you again. Imagine now you are traveling in the night. It's either maybe you are coming from the wedding, or you are coming from a meeting, or you are coming from a party. Like my dear student, you like partying?
Yes.
Sometimes maybe you want to just to have a party with your friends, and then you came out late, or maybe the party was nice, and then you came out late. And then you decide, no, I have to drive back home, and it's night time. And then while you are traveling, while you are driving your car, your brake light just stopped working. Your brake light just stopped working. What will be the problem? What is wrong with that car, the car that you are driving? Your student? Right? Enos.
If the brake lights stop working, there will be no visibility due to this, due to the fact that the light has stopped working. So like if you brake, the lights won't go on. Now, because there is no visibility, this can result in an accident because the driver behind you will not be able to see that that you press the brake. So, for instance, if something gets in the road and you press the brake, the lights will not go on, and then the person behind you will not see. Because imagine if we are coming from a wedding at night and we are driving maybe 120 kilometers per hour, and then, for instance, a donkey or a horse gets into the road and my friend is behind with his car, and then my tail lights, the brake lights are not working, and then I press the brake, my friend will not be able to see that I press the brake and will not reduce the speed, and then the cars can collide, causing an accident.
Yes, thank you so much, Enos. You are correct. Imagine now you are traveling, you are coming from your party, from your wedding, from wherever you are coming from, and then your brake light is not working. The person behind you, he or she might also coming from the party also, and then you will be driving fast. And then if you brake and then your light is not coming, it's obvious that person will just bump into your car, and accident will happen. Imagine now you were happy in the party, and now what will happen? It will be bad news again. So it's very important to have all your lights working. You must make sure that all your lights are working. You understand?
Yes.
Right. And this will bring to us to our lesson. And in today's lesson now, we are going to talk about the automotive vehicles lights. And then at the end of the lesson, what you need to know at the end of the lesson, you must be able to identify the main types of automotive lighting system. You might be able to know this one is one, you must know this one is one, this light is for this light is for this, and so on and so on. You cannot just drive your car while you don't know the different types of on your car. You must know the lights on your car. You understand? As a businessman, as an auto electrician, you must know the lights on your car. You cannot just drive the car like that. You understand? And then at the end of the lesson, we are also going to explain. Yes.
So it means say automotive vehicle lights.
Yes. We are going to learn more about the automotive vehicles, like yes, we are right. And then, if we identify the type of lights, we are also going to explain the function of each type of light. Each type of light on your car, we have to know the function. If it's the daylight, we must know the function. If it's the brake light, we must know the function. So that's what we are going to discuss today. You understand my dear students?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you are listening. I hope we are together.
Yes.
Alright. Before I go more in details, I also want to learn from you. Understand you guys are different.
Yes, ma'am.
I also need to learn from you before I tell you my knowledge. I want to learn from you. Now, what happened? Alright, let's say like this. You are driving your car, and then you decide, no man, I need to brake. I need to press my brake pedals. What happens if you press your brake pedal at night? You're traveling at night, then you decide, no, let me press on my brake pedal. What will happen in the night? Yes, Lucas.
Yes. When you brake pedals at night, your tail lights as your brake lights and your reverse lights, path lights, indicators and all that. But when you press the brake light, your brake lights will go on and it shines a bright red color. So it shows a warning to cars behind you or further behind you that you are coming to a stop or you are slowing down. It's a warning. It's like a warning, a communication, like to tell your fellow drivers that you are slowing down for speed hump or for stop, a cul-de-sac or traffic light.
Thank you so much. Yes, you are correct. You know what? The moment you are driving your car at night, and then you press on your brake pedal, what comes on is what at the back of your car. What comes on is you see a red light behind your car. And then the red light is for brake lights. It's for your brake. The moment you just press your brake pedal like this, there will be a light coming from behind. And the driver behind you see that light. If that driver behind you see that light, it means that same driver will also do what? Brake. To also stop. Not really stopping, but it's just braking. And then it means that the moment that the first driver brakes, it means that there is danger in front. There is something wrong in front. Because you cannot just stop in the road like that. It's either there is an animal who just jump in the road, or maybe there's a speed hump that you need to brake a bit. Or maybe that there is someone passing by the road, trying to cross the road. Understand? So, normally when you brake, or you only see the lights at the back of your car. For the person behind you to also be safe, so you don't cause accident. That's why it's important to have your lights on. It's very important to have your lights working. You understand?
Yes.
Alright? And then I also want to know from you. Imagine, I'm not an auto electrician, I'm not a businessman, but I have my car. Let's assume I'm a nurse, and I have my car. And I also want to fix something because nowadays there is no money to take your car to the diesel mechanic or auto electrician to fix. I also need to know the color of what? The color of my reverse light. What color is the reverse light? What color is our reverse light? Yes, Innocent.
A car's or a vehicle's reverse light is always white or clear. But in case the whiteness or the reverse light is not clear, we must use as a driver test. We use a car should have a reverse light to show to the car behind or a car that you are reversing, that you are about to reverse your vehicle. This signals to your drivers or the driver that your vehicle is about to reverse. So yes, that's how it is.
Thank you so much. The color of our reverse is normally clear or white. You understand? That's the color of our reverse. But then you can always not to say it's white or clear. You must always they use your test light to check. And then the moment you put on your reverse, the light still will come on at the back of your car. That's where our reverse is. The moment you put on reverse here, then you see what? Then you see the light of the car behind. That one is also warning the next driver in front of or behind you that you are reversing. Understand? That's why we need to know our lights. We need to know the color of our light. We need to know the function of our light. For us not to cause any danger in the road. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you all check on our projector this side where I'm pointing? Where I'm pointing here, we are going understanding vehicle light, like I said. No, understanding the vehicle light is not just here in the classroom. It's just not here. We are just not going to discuss about the lights here in the classroom. We are also going to deal with them where. We are also going to deal with them there in the workshop or wherever there where we are going to be. Especially when you are driving your car, you need to know the different types of light. You just don't need to know the lights in the car discussing in class. But the moment you get your car, the moment you see the brake light is not working, the moment you see this one is not working, you know where to touch, you know where to start fixing. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's why we are saying we need to understand the vehicle light. Okay, and the automotive light system are critical for road safety. It's really for what? For road safety. Because those police officers, they won't allow you to drive with your car just like that without the one light not working. You must make sure that your lights they are all working. Your back lights, your brake lights, your reverse lights, your low and green light, they must be working in your indicators. You understand? For you to be safe on the road, you need to cause accidents. And then the mechanic and the auto electrician must ensure all lights are functioning to prevent accidents. We are dieselmen, we are auto electrician. We must make sure that we fix. We are here to what? We are here to fix. Like doctors, they are there to what? The doctors, they are there to what?
Fix
The hospitals, yes, to fix human beings. And us, we are fixing what? We are fixing cars. So it says the mechanic and the auto electrician, they must make sure that the lights are working. Anything which is wrong on the car, we must make sure that it's working. And then you cannot pass inspection or being registered as if there is problem with your light. You cannot go at notice they're taking your car there for inspection. And maybe you cannot take your car there at notice with your park lights not on, with your brake lights not on. Are they going to allow you to pass there?
No.
You won't. You must make sure that you fix everything. You must make sure that everything is working. Are we together? Right? And then I have one question for you, my dear student. Why is it important to know the vehicle lights? Why do we need to know our lights on our car? Why? We'll discuss more, but I want to know more again from you. Why do we need to know about cars? Our lights on our cars? Just think. Yes, just think.
It is very important for us to know our vehicle lights. First of all, it shows you where you're going and it shows other road users that you are also on the road. This may also lead to, if your lights are not working, this may lead you and your fellow users for a hefty fine from our law enforcement. And also, it is very crucial and essential to have your lights working. And it shows your fellow road users that you are on the road with your rear lights, that you are on the road. It also shows where you are going, and also tells your fellow road users your intentions, where you are turning right or left with your intentions. Yes, miss.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, correct. It's very, you need to know your vehicle lights. Especially when you are driving your car. And then you maybe pass by, you're maybe driving in fog. And then you decide, no, I need to go and prep. What you need to turn mostly, you need to turn your indicator on. The left one or right one, it depends where you need to go. So you must, when you need to turn, you must use your indicator. And then you tell the next person that you're indicating. Then same person will stop a bit to allow you to go. You understand? If you don't have any indicator, if your indicator are not working, and then you just turn like that, it will cause what? It will cause accidents. It will cause accident. So it's very important for your car to have all the lights. And maybe, like you said, if you want to brake, and the speed happen, you want to brake, and your lights are not working, the person behind you, he won't see that you are braking, since your lights are not working. So it's very important to know to have all the lights working. Yes, Justin.
Must also add a point on them there.
Yes, Justin.
Nowadays we also have, said also we should teach me something.
Yes.
Nowadays we have technology.
Mm-hmm.
Technology that's called daylight running lights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also important for you to have your lights on during the day and in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, miss.
Yes,
So you should also ensure that your daylight running lights
Mm-hmm.
are switched on. Nowadays the cars have them automatically installed. So yes, miss. Also I have to tell you that.
Thank you so much, Justin. What Justin said is very, very correct. Alright, before we move on to the different types of header lights, is there any questions? Because there is no way I can just teach like that without asking you, do you understand? Do you have a question? Something like that. Before we move on, any question? Any question or anyone who need to add up on something? Yes? And we start with him and then we go back to him.
Yes, miss. Also, the thing is, just in case that you know that your lights are not working, you know that either your rear lights are not working, when you go drive for a license, and then they also teach you how to use your hands. So, in case if you want to turn left, you do this, the left side, and then if you want to turn right, you can also just do it like that. And if you want to slow down or stop, and then you can also just indicate like that, just in case the lights are not working. But which means that you should take your car to the mechanics or the auto electricians so they do fix your lights.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, and how much? You wanted to say something? You wanted to add up on something?
Yes, ma'am. Just wanted to ask, and it's a meaningful question. Yeah, it's on the reverse light. Is it right to say, because we have been concentrating on the fact that it sort of signal to the person behind that you are intending to reverse. Is it also right to say that the reverse light also provides visibility where you are reversing to the driver that is actually doing the reversing? It's actually providing visibility to see behind as you are reversing. Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. Yes, it's also correct that one. It's also for visibility that one. Thank you so much. Alright. Okay, let's check on our projector. On our projector here, there are different types of vehicles lights. We talked about them, and there are those ones now. Can we see them?
Yes, miss.
We have the headlight, we have the tail light, parking light, driving lamp, we have the brake light, and the fog light. So those are the different type of chemicals on our cars that we need to know. Can you all see? Can you all see them?
Yes.
All right. Mm. Then we've discussed about the different type of lights. Now we are going to know the function. We have different types of lights now. We are now going to talk about the function of our automotive lights. We have the low beam. The low beam, we have the high beam, we have the tail light, we have the reverse light, the hazards, the warning light, and the brake light, and the fog light. And the low beam, it's just for the road. When it's low light, when it's low light, you must use what? There is low light, you must use
High beam.
the low beam. When there is when
Can you repeat that question again?
when there is low light, you must put on your what?
Like high beam, because the lights are low.
When there is no light.
When like this daytime, we must put on our what?
Oh, low beam.
Yes, we must put on low beam. When it's nighttime and there is no incoming car coming, there is no car coming in front of you, then you must put what? Then you must put on your high beam. And then your tail light. And then your tail light, they must be on all the time. When the visibility is what to provide what? To provide visibility at night. And the reverse light is just to indicate the vehicle reversing. It's just to indicate that you are reversing. So the person behind you to know that you are reversing. You understand?
Yes,
The hazard warning, this light flash or indicator to warn others or stationary or slow removing hazards. This hazard is just that if maybe you are driving and then something jumped in the road, then you quickly put on what? On hazards. Just to tell the next driver behind you that there's danger in the road. You understand? Then we move to the brake lights. It's just to warn the driver behind you that you are slowing down, or you are stopping, or you are braking. You understand? Then we move to the fog light. It's just to improve the visibility, especially when there is heavy rain. Then you must always put on your fog light.
Miss, I have something new for you, I guess.
Alright?
There's this new Amarok.
Mm-hmm.
This new Amarok, which by when you turn on the vehicle, the ignition, while it's idling, the lights come on automatically. So it's on parks. So it shines automatically. And then in the night mess, you no more need to, when it's dark, you no more need to put on your high beam. It does it by itself.
It does it by itself.
And when it senses a car from the other direction, it dumps itself again.
Alright.
Yes, miss.
That's nice. Thank you so much. Right. Those were the function of our light. Now, my dear student, I will group you into group, and then for you to discuss these two questions. The difference between the low beam and high beam, and when do the fog lights help most? Just this group must just stand on this one, and then we group ourselves in two, so we discuss. Remember, it's a discussion.
Yes, ma'am.
When we are discussing, we don't make noise, we just discuss. We understand? Just discuss. Those are, you can always check our question. Our question is that one, and then we discuss.
Yes, ma'am.
help each other. Discussing, it means you discuss together, not just alone. Few minutes left, so we discuss together. I'm glad that you are discussing together nicely. Two minutes left for us to discuss together. All right, can we discuss together? I hope you have finished discussing. Now, can we give the answer for our discussion? I also want to learn from you. I also want to hear from you. What is your opinion? So, which group are we starting with? We are starting with the first one. Alright, only one person per group. This group will answer number 1, and the other group will answer number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
But then I hope you discuss everything together. Let's do the 2 questions. Right. What is the difference between the low and high beam? Remember on our cars, there is low beam and high beam, spotlight and what? And dim light. So what is the difference between those two? Yes?
So essentially, yes, the low beams are used for shorter light city and town driving, and high beams are used for longer highway. And in the night, you mostly use high beams because it's a highway and you need to see much further, as they provide longer and narrow light, so you can see what is happening and obstacles in the front. And also, if there's a car coming in the opposite direction, you should switch to your low beams if you're driving on the highway at night to not obstruct the other driver's visibility. Thank you.
Can I?
Yes, you can add up. Yes.
Yeah. I spoke about the high beams. It has a more longer and narrower
Yes.
radius. The low beams has a more wider and shorter spread.
Mhm.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much. Yes. No, that one is a different. The low beam you must use it when you're when you're what? When every time you what? Your low beam must be on. And then on your high beam, when you're driving in the night and there are no, you make sure that you don't put on your spotlight when there is an incoming car coming.
Yeah.
You blind the other one. So you must make sure that if you are traveling in the night and there are no traffic or there are no incoming car coming, then you turn on your high beam. So you see what is in front. You understand?
Yes.
Right. Then when do fog lights help most? Yes?
Fog lights help most when it comes to dusty, rainy situations. Like there was a time I was coming from Soko in my Ford Asia.
Lamborghini,
I drive big cars. And then like I was driving, Soko weather is really it's not giving. The mist was a lot, and then my fog lights, hey, those Rangers spotlights are beautiful. Now when I switch them on, it shines low on the ground and it shines a bit. It spreads, so you can see the line of the car. Because when it's foggy, you won't be able to see the fog is just too much. So it helps when it comes to dusty and foggy and even heavy rain. It helps. It's really good.
Thank you so much. That was nice. Yes, it will help you out when you are driving. When maybe there's rain, the heavy rain, you must always put on a fog light. That will help. You understand? Yes, Justin.
That's one benefit of a fog light also is it's more closer. It brings your view more closer, especially when making a turn. Sometimes when you're turning, you can't see in the turn. That's why you use a fog light that's just here close to see at the turn. And it shows, okay, this is my turn, this is where I'm turning, so that you can't drive over obstacles.
Thank you so much. Yes, alright, and then at our discussion there, it's over. We can now go back to our seat. Since we are no more discussing, so we look at the projector, then I'll give you feedback about that. So we talk about the feedback of what we're discussing, on your group. Right. The same, the answer that you gave is the same answer that we have in our feedback. You understand? The difference between the low beam and high beam is about regular driving, especially in traffic, and the other one is for long distance, which is the high beam, and the low beam is shorter and wider and widespread, and the other one is longer and narrow. And this one, the low beam, it's more useful when you are driving when there is rain or fog. And the other one is on a highway with traffic too. And then on the low beam again, it's to avoid blinding others. And then on the high beam, this one is the high beam. It can blind oncoming driver. That's a different. The other one won't blind, and the other one will blind the incoming traffic or the coming driver or the incoming cars. And when we use the fog lights, it's just the same thing that you did, the same answer that you gave me. That this one you must put on your fog light when the lights, when there is heavy rain, when they use, and then when there is mist and snow. That's when you must put on your what? You must switch on your fog light.
And dust also must.
Yes, and also dust.
You can see at rally cars in the night or in the day, they also have big fog lights.
Yes, it's correct. Alright, before I summarize our lesson for today, because we are almost coming to the end of our lesson, I would love, can anyone just summarize for us? Can anyone just tell us what we're discussing before I summarize? Yes, Sanjay.
Yes, ma'am. More or less what I can summarize from the lesson for this morning is just that the lights in general are for communicating, I would say, between the other road users. For instance, your signaling lights, they can indicate if you are planning to turn left or right. Then your headlights, they have a high and a low beam. And then like for your fog lights, you use them during low visibility and foggy conditions. And then also, I would say your hazard warning lights are just to warn other road users of potential hazards in the roads. And yeah, also reverse lights just to show people behind you that you are planning to reverse. It's more or less what I understand from today's lesson.
Yes, thank you so much, Van Beek. What Van Beek said is correct, it's very correct. Alright, and then just also to add up, today we discussed about the type of headlights, the type of lights. We discussed about all the lights on our car. We did not even leave any of the lights. We talked about everything, all the lights on our car, which is our tail light, which we call it park light, which we have the reverse light that indicate the vehicle reversing. If you are reversing, the reverse light always come on and it's behind your car. And then the hazard warning light. This one is just to, if there is danger in the road, you must put on hazard, so the next person or the next truck or the next car behind you know that yes, it's danger. We have discussed about the brake light. Like for example, when there is a speed hump, you have to brake, so the person behind you, the vehicle behind you will know that yes, there is something wrong, there is a hazard or there is a speed hump in front. Always that brake light, the red light will come on, and it's for brake lights. And fog lights, the fog light is the one that will improve the visibility in fog or in poor condition. What do we mean by that? We mean like if there is heavy rain, if there is dust, if there is snow, then you must always put on your fog light. This will help more. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay? Okay, I thought that someone will ask a question. And then, for me to know this you understand, I need to test your knowledge. I need to give you a homework. So I will mark the homework that I will give you today, I will mark it in our next lesson to see if you really understand. If you really got what I taught you in this class. Do you understand?
Yes.
So on our projector there, we have a homework. On our projector there, we have a homework. Our homework, we have our homework here. What you are going to do for me, you are going to match the light type to its correct function. On the left side, we have the light type. On our right side, we have the function. So those functions, they are not the correct functions for those ones. So you are going to match them. You understand?
Yes.
If the reverse light, you make sure that this is the reverse light, and then you check which function is correct for the reverse light. Brake light, which one is correct? Indicator, which one is correct? Tail light, which one is correct? You understand?
Yes.
Then you are going to match. Don't worry, I will leave it on the board. I will leave it on the projector after the lesson so you copy it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. And then our next topic for our next lesson, we are going to learn more about, we are going to discuss about the fuse and relays. We are going to discuss about the fuse and the relays. So we are going to understand the different, we have different type of fuses. The number we have 10 and 5 and all that. So we are going to discuss about it. And the relays, we are going to discuss about them. I hope you know a clue about these two.
Yes.
These two guys are someone and auto electrician. So I understand that you know what we are talking about. So what you can do, you can research before we can discuss it in the lesson, you can research this about fuses and everything. And my dear students, thank you so much for today's lesson. Thank you for attending this lesson. We'll see you again on the next lesson. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.